Good morning, everyone. Myself is Girish CS, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Cambridge Institute of Technology, Bangalore. Called surface finish. So, what is meaning of surface finish? We more often we use surface finish word. Okay. So, in the machining operation. So, what is mean by surface finish? So, as we know, machining process generate wide varieties of irregularities in the form of finely spacing marking or pattern left by the cutting tool on the workpiece material. Or carry out machining operation, tip of the tool produce varieties of irregularity on the workpiece material. So because of the contact between tip of the tool and workpiece material under the force, lot of wide varieties of irregularity will be formed on the workpiece material. That will be different for different operation. So it will depends on workpiece material, tool, as well as cutting force, friction between the tip of the tool and workpiece material. The finish obtained after machining is not perfectly smooth. After machining, if you touch the machine surface, you can feel a rough surface will be produced. So in some operation you can feel smooth. In some operation it is rough. So 100% smoothness you will not get. So 100% surface finish will not get. So during machining we tend to get some surface roughness. Okay, so surface finish or surface roughness is defined as a local deviation of the work surface from the perfectly flat or ideal surface. So after machining, so there is a waviness on the surface. As you see from the figure, there is on the machine surface in the cube. You can see top face of the cube is machine. So if you zoom and see the top surface of the machine, top face of the machine surface from the side, you can see there is a waviness of the surface. Okay, it is also defined as a deviation of work surface from perfectly flat line. So roughness or surface finish is defined as a local deviation of a work surface from perfectly flat line. So you cannot get a perfect flat line. There tend to be a deviation of the surface from the flat line. Okay, so the level of deviation may be in terms of micro level or macro level, or it is in visible range also. So zero, absolute zero flatness you cannot get. So how you quantify the surface finish? So as I told you, surface finish is deviation of a work surface from perfectly flat line. How you quantify that deviation? So the surface finish or surface roughness can be quantified by taking average deviation from perfectly flat surface. You can see in the below diagram a flat line is given. For that flat line, it is also called zero line. The surface, machine surface, have variation with respect to flat line. At some section the surface is below the flat line, and some section the surface is above the flat line. If you take the average, or if you take the magnitude or amplitude of each waviness amplitude, and if you take the average value of that, so that will gives the surface roughness in terms of quantity. Okay, so surface finish is quantified by taking average deviation from perfectly flat surface. As we see in the below diagram, so there is a deviation of the surface above and below the flat line. By taking all the values, by adding all the values, if the deviation is above the flat line you take positive value, if the deviation is below the flat line you take negative value. By adding all this variation with respect to flat line, you will take average deviation value. This average deviation value will gives the surface roughness for a given area. Okay, so it is expressed in terms of micrometer. So there are electronics or mechanical comparator is available that is used to measure the surface finish. For example, if you want to measure the surface finish of certain material, say the surface finish obtained of a particular surface is uniform. uh, so So you take the mechanical or electronic comparator. It is a portable machine. It is similar to the machine what we see in BMTC or KSRTC bus conductor to give tickets. So it is like that machine. It is having a digital display at the top, and at the front of the machine you will be having a mechanical probe or electronic probe. Mechanical probe will be having a tip at the front, so the tip will be subjected to move up and down. When the deviation comes, it will move up and down. It is very sensible tip. It will move up and down. So that movement will be recorded for a given length, and by taking all the average value of that movement, it will give the surface roughness value. Electronics comparators are having a light at the probe. So when you travel that electronics comparators on the surface, the light rays will measure the distance from that standard datum line to the surface where it will end by taking the average value. When you are moving, the light will goes into the surface. When it hit, so it will measure that reading. What is the distance it will travel. Again, when you are moving, the variation will be there up and down. So by taking all the distance value from the datum line, by adding all the value, it will give the average surface roughness value. So surface irregularity can be characterized as, so as I told you, there is variation in terms of micro level, macro level, and also visible range. Depending upon that, surface irregularity or surface roughness can be characterized as roughness, waviness, and lay. Roughness is nothing but irregularities are very small. It is a finely spaced irregularity. It is in micro level. So when you touch and feel the roughness or surface finish of a machine surface, so you feel it is a smooth. Okay, you will not feel it as rough. It is smooth. So that means you have a micro level roughness. Then you feel it is smooth. The irregularity is in micro level. We call the surface finish of that micro level irregularity is good. Okay, waviness is nothing but if you get a widely spaced irregularity. If the surface variation is the deviation from the flat line is in macro level, so then we term it as waviness, surface waviness. If the deviation is in micro level, then it is termed as surface roughness. Lay is nothing but surface irregularity is predominant. You can easily see in naked eye also. Okay, if you have predominant surface irregularity, so that is called as lay. Okay, roughness is in micro level, so it is having near to ideal condition. It is having good surface finish. Macro level is nothing but when you touch, you can feel that roughness. You can feel if you touch on the machine surface. Lay is nothing but it is predominant. You can easily see in your naked eye also. Next, we will discuss effect of machining parameter on surface finish. Okay, so what are the effect of machining parameter on surface finish? So you know machining parameter is nothing but cutting speed, feed rate, and depth of cut. It is under operator control. So what happen by changing cutting speed? So suppose if you use low cutting speed, so then you will get rough surface finish. Okay, low cutting speed leads to rough surface finish. Rough surface finish means surface finish is less. Okay, so if you are operating under high cutting speed, you will get a smooth surface finish. Okay, you will get a smooth surface finish when you are operating at high cutting speed. Okay, next one is feed rate. So increasing feed rate, what happen by increasing feed rate? It will deteriorate the surface finish. Okay, it means if you give high feed rate, it will cause the damage of surface finish. It will deteriorate surface finish. Slow feed rate will give good surface finish. When we are operating, when you are turning a workpiece on the lathe, so if you are operating at high speed under optimum minimum feed rate, so you will expect to get good surface finish. If you increase the feed rate, so then the surface finish will be deteriorates. You will not get a good surface finish. Next parameter is depth of cut. Increasing the depth of cut deteriorates surface finish. As you increase the depth of cut, it will leads to more friction between tool and the workpiece material. That will harm the surface finish of the workpiece material. To maintain good surface finish, depth of cut should be less than nose radius. If you are giving depth of cut less than nose radius, then because we provide a fillet to the nose radius, it is a curved one, having not having very sharp edges. If your depth of cut is less than the nose radius of a tool, so then you can expect good surface finish from that. Okay, so these are the effect of machining parameter on surface finish. To get a good surface finish, you use high cutting speed, slow feed rate, and depth of cut less than the nose radius of the tool. So that will give a good surface finish. Other factor also affect the surface finish. Other than cutting parameter, there are other many factors which will affect the surface finish. Tool geometry, especially tool geometry. As we discussed, nose radius. If you provide good nose radius, so then surface finish will be good. If you not provide nose radius, then the sharp edges tend to indentation mark on the work surface, that will give a rough surface finish. If you provide good nose radius, then surface finish will be high. Rake angle also influence the surface finish. So if you are providing a good rake angle, optimum rake angle, you will get a continuous chip. Okay, providing a optimum rake angle, so you will get a continuous chip that will resulting in a good surface finish. Okay, relief angle is very important angle, so that will relate the surface finish. Relief angle is angle between the machine surface and clearance face of the tool. So if you provide enough clearance angle, then machine surface will not rub against the clearance face of the tool. That will give a good surface finish. Okay. So next, other than tool geometry, property of tool and workpiece material also decide the surface finish. So for example, hardness of the tool. So if hardness of the tool is more in compare with workpiece material, so then workpiece material, if workpiece material hardness is relatively low in comparison with tool material hardness, then can expect good surface finish. And also if the workpiece material is ductile, so if you having low tensile strength, low hardness, so ductile material will be having low hardness and low tensile strength, that will give good surface finish because it will produce a continuous chip, so that surface finish will be high. The use of cutting fluid also influence the surface finish. If you that will minimize the friction between the machine surface and clearance face of the tool, that will minimize the friction, and surface finish will be increased. And also the rigidity of the tool and workpiece material, the machine tool rigidity. So the rigidity of the tool and workpiece material is high, and accuracy in positioning of the tool with respect to axis of the machine, if perfectly fit, so then surface finish will be good because you will giving uniform depth of cut, so that the surface finish will not vary. You will get a good surface finish by having good rigidity of workpiece and tool, along with accuracy of tool positioning. You will get a good surface. I hope all of you understand definition of surface finish, how we are going to quantify and measure, and also factor affecting on surface finish. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.